I love Kingdom Hearts. I have every single game except for the Game Boy version, which I did have, but then replaced with the PlayStation 2 version of Chain of Memories. Now, I've won every game, unlocked every secret except for the final one, which I'm still working on. So I wanted to give you my thoughts so far on Birth by Sleep. So I've already completed playing through as Aqua, then Terra, and now finally Ven. I'm not sure if there's a preferred order. I think you're supposed to start as Ven, but you can start as anybody. And I don't think that anything changes depending on that. You have to play through the game as all three characters, and then there's an actual end sequence that I haven't gotten to yet, so I can't talk about. So far, the gameplay has been really great. There isn't any platforming at all. Kingdom Hearts 1, a lot of people, I think, grumbled about that some of the platforming was really hard. And I agree, it was really challenging and sometimes even impossible to make some of those jumps, especially in the freaking whale. Kingdom Hearts 2 actually got more away from that, and Chain of Memories had like no platforming at all. 285 and a half days had a little platforming, but really not much to speak of. So I really think that they're listening to the fans in the sense that they've gotten away from platforming and focusing more on combat and different things in combat. Now, I've decided to play on the hardest mode available, like Proud mode, because it's easier to unlock the secret movie, which I have to see. And it's kicking my rear end. It's just really hard. I had to level grind in order to beat some of the bosses. So the difficulty is certainly present. There's an interesting mechanic of melding commands. You get like commands like, Ice and Blizzard and Heal and, Curia. And you can blend those commands together to get a new command, and if you use different elements that you find during the game, you attach a certain attribute to it. So once it's leveled up to its maximum, you get to keep the attribute. Otherwise, you just keep it in your deck and you have it as long as you don't delete it. If it's in your deck, you have it on. If it's not in your deck, it's off. So you have to level up these abilities. So there's kind of more of a level grindy aspect in this game. Like, I focus on the things that will give me more health, and anything that might increase my combo or damage or prevent me from getting killed. With Aqua, I've found a EXP Walker ability, and I taped the controller down so that she would walk in a circle, and I had it plugged in, and I went to go watch a movie. I came back, and she's running around, and now she's went from level 20 to level 31. So, was that cheating? Absolutely, but it got me through that part. Ven apparently has a similar ability, and I'm trying to get it, and I might wind up doing it with him. I don't know. I kind of feel that I'd rather level grind anyways, because I'm getting all these abilities, and, it kind of extends the gameplay out a bit. But there is something to be said for being able to just level up by walking around in a circle. There is no gummy ship at all. It's just you're flying on the Keyblade ships. So that's something that they kind of, I think have decided to not have anymore. Then again, we might see it return in Kingdom Hearts 3, who knows. I didn't have a problem with the gummy ship, I just think that it's kind of not really needed. The part of the game is the story, not how you get to the various parts of the story. So, having an overworld map is still nice, lets you see that this universe is really large, and having the various pathways that connect it is still really nice. So I'm glad that they kept that. There's a new feature, this command board, and there's this Mirage Arena where you can go up against other people or the computer. The Mirage Arena I didn't really do very well in, and the command board is kind of boring to me. Maybe it would be more fun if you were actually playing against people. Probably even more fun if you were playing against people in real life. But I haven't. I still don't understand how to get this thing talking to the internet, and I still feel like even if I could do it, it probably wouldn't be worth my effort, because it doesn't seem that enjoyable. It is an easier way to level up some of your commands as long as you win, but again, then you're instead of level grinding your, which not only increases your regular level but also increases your abilities levels. So instead of doing that, you play this command board game that's kind of dull and boring. Which one? I mean, either one might, and some people might enjoy it. I personally wasn't really attracted to it. And when I'm reading about the final mix of this game, which I can't believe they're doing a final mix of this game, but they've done a final mix of pretty much every game, I guess. Just has more command boards. Big deal. So not really, and since it's only Japan, I don't really feel like I'm missing out on that one. So far, the storyline's been really intriguing, really interesting. I'm really excited to see how this all boils out. I do already have some spoiler stuff that I could probably talk about, that how these characters connect with other characters, but I'd rather wait until I'm actually done with the game to really get into that. Overall, I'd say if you are a fan of Kingdom Hearts, you're probably already got this game. If you're looking for a place to start, this might actually be a decent place to start, since it's basically, timeline-wise, at the very beginning of everything else. You're not going to know who some of the characters are, that are introduced, so you might not have that connection. Like, oh my word, I can't believe I saw that character. And I can't believe they're interacting. What's going to happen? How's this going to play out? So you might miss some of that excitement, I suppose. But I think in terms of gameplay, it's really solid. I don't know why it's on PSP instead of PlayStation 2. I would have hated it to come out on PlayStation 3. There's no reason, that they couldn't have said this is a PlayStation 2 game, even though we're not doing PlayStation 2 stuff anymore. Like, obviously, PlayStation wants their newest thing to sell, but their newest thing can support old stuff. So I don't really see why there's any reason why they couldn't have made it for PlayStation 2, or at least make it for the DS, since Chain of Memories was made for DS. And that's kind of a problem, is I don't like having to buy a new system just to play a game, and I literally had to buy a PSP just so I could play this game. I also got Fat Princess, which wasn't as good as I thought it was. Maybe the online version is better. The Xbox online version, I don't know. Or PS2, 3, whatever online version it is, I don't know. But I don't have that system, so I'm not gonna, I actually wound up getting rid of Fat Princess because it just wasn't very good. But this game is great, and it makes getting the whole system worthwhile. If Zelda did something similar, I would do the same thing for Zelda. But having said that, they do have a Kingdom Hearts mobile game that I'm not gonna get. I'm gonna wait for it. They are coming out with it apparently. Eventually, they're doing a Recoded. It's called Coded, and they're doing a Recoded, which will be on some home system. So I'll get that when it's out on the home system. But it's like, you really need to make your games accessible for people that already have the system, whatever that system is. You started making it for PlayStation 2. Keep making it for PlayStation 2 or even 3, which that would have really irritated me. But making it for DS and then making it for PSP, it just really makes it hard to have a consistent library of this game. But that aside, that doesn't really affect the gameplay or anything like that. So if you're a fan of Kingdom Hearts, or if you're wanting to get into Kingdom Hearts, or just really want a good smash 'em up game, this is a really good smash 'em up RPG game. There is so far no puzzles, and that's been kind of consistent now. all of the Kingdom Hearts games after the first one have had less and less puzzles. And I'd like to see a return to puzzles, because I enjoy that part of role playing. Not everybody does, but I enjoy figuring out puzzles as long as they're not too hard. If they're somewhat intuitive, I wouldn't put it at the level of a Zelda puzzle, but I put the Kingdom Hearts 1 puzzles up almost to the level of a Zelda puzzle. Some of them being way too hard, but I really think that they need to kind of maybe return to that, like kind of like a little maze, not too much of a maze, but a little bit of a puzzle of where should I go, how should I do this, who should I talk to. But that's not really where they're going with Kingdom Hearts, and that's fine. I'll enjoy the storyline. I continue to enjoy the storyline. One note about the music: pay the singer enough money to make a new song. Okay, just give in and pay her the money that she wants to produce a new song. Because using these same two songs is really getting kind of repetitive, and I was really looking forward to a new song for Chain of Memories and a new song for Birth by Sleep, but we don't get that. So, let's pay for a new song, okay? Alright, that's all I got to say. It's a great game. I enjoy it so far. I'll let you know when I've actually beat this game. Until then, peace out.